Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I'm continuing my series featuring my role-playing game, Delves and Dangers, Rules Light Fantasy role-playing game. And this is a download. It's my culmination of years of gaming I put together. I think I made a really fun system that I really love and enjoyed playing, and hopefully you would too. So if you're interested in what you see in this video, you can go to itch.io at the link in the description and download it for yourself. It's pay what you want. So if you would like to, if you don't have the money necessarily right now and you'd like to download it for free, you can. If you'd like to donate a little bit to me and the channel here, you can pay a little bit of money. So it's up to you. Enjoy yourself. Either way, I hope you find something that you love in the game. All right, so this is episode 4, featuring my, my Spell League storyline, where my Spell League members, the Spell League member Grandon Hendelstone has hired a group of mercenaries to go into the delve of Kezrazer the Crass. And then this is Claudia Softball. This is his trap springer and lock picker and stealth specialist. That's a Fellcat thief. Then to help with undead control and provide healing stones to the party, the cleric Theo Shieldfoot. He is a Harefoot cleric and of Retha, the goddess of luck. And this is the muscle of the group, a knight of Silvatar. He is a elven warrior, and he is dressed in plate mail and shield and is the quote-unquote tank of the party. And then this is all taking place in my campaign world, the Swordlands, and they left Northgate, traveled to the Storm Hills, had a map to the delve that they were interested in, which was found by some gem miners who sold the information to the Spell League. And so the Spell League has sent the rookie Grandon so that they can find out if this really is the delve of Kezrazer the Crass, and if it is, to get a hold of his spell cylinder. It's a metal cylinder that he engraved all of his spells on, and the Spell League is very interested in collecting all the lost spells there are, and all spells there are in the world, and specifically in this case it's the Swordlands. And this particular group is based out of Northgate. There's groups all throughout the Swordlands, all throughout all of Mevin, really. So if Grandon brings back that spell cylinder and the spell focus of Kezrazer the Crass, he will be fully inducted into the Spell League. So he has a lot at stake with that. And he is paying his cohorts very well. And because they haven't found out much treasure here in this delve, then that's it. They have worked their way to the 4th level of delve. And what's really interesting is the way that my random tables have popped up is that they've pretty much encountered undead and some ensorcelled statues, which I find just fascinating that the dice, that's what the dice are putting out there for us. Because, you know, there are ways into this delve from down below, but the delve itself was sealed up from its primary entrance. So the fact that there's so many undead in here kind of just like, you know, that makes sense, right? That makes sense for the dungeon creation, delve creation. So I just find that really cool and fascinating. If you haven't watched my other videos, which if you haven't, what are you doing? Please go back and watch the first 3 episodes in this series. So at the end of last episode, they had made it to the 3rd level and we're heading downstairs to the 4th level of the delve. And so we are going to begin there. So let's see what happens. All right. I'm trying a dice tray. See if I prefer that over the dice flying down onto my map. I really don't mind the dice just kind of fall into the background for me anyway, as far as the story goes. But I thought, you know what, I bought these like small, I found some small dice trays on Amazon, so I'm going to try that. And you can see the results there. Don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I haven't actually played with it yet. I've never been a huge fan of dice trays. I like to watch the dice fall on the table, but given the fact that the video, you know, I have such small real estate here for my videos, that I am going to try it. All right, so before they go on, Theo's like, hold on now. As Granny Shieldfoot says, if you're winded or you're wounded, you need some healing. So I am going to heal myself. I'm going to heal myself with the application of my healing stone. So he takes his healing stone, which he has attached to a bracelet, and he pushes it towards his chest, and he heals himself. So that's 1d6 plus 1. So he heals himself for 7, which puts him back to full. Oh, that feels so much better. I was a bit sore. All right, who's next? And so Kranos is like, I, Harefoot, am a bit... No, never admit weakness. Yeah, okay. I think you're even bleeding a little bit. So, well, how many charges do you have left on your healing stone that I provided you?
I believe just 1.
Yeah, Well, I'll use my second healing stone, and I will heal you up. There you go.
Thank you much.
So it helps a little. He only is healed up 3, but he's going to go with it. They're going to save those other ones because they don't know how far down this delve goes and how long it's going to take them to find their goal. So, okay, let's go. So they go down the stairs. Let's use another starter die, or starter card die. I do have Inkwell dungeon dice that develop a dungeon and you roll them. Those are really, really cool. However, they don't indicate on them when creatures and monsters pop up, which I could do with dice, but I just really prefer Axbane's Delve of Many Dungeons for my delve creation because, I mean, it just does everything. It has quest ideas, monsters, traps, everything. So that's why I prefer this for my solo dungeon generation. Okay, so they head down the stairs with Kranos and Theo leading. They come to this hallway right here. They look left, and it ends in a door. And they look right, and it too ends in a door. Have we reached the end of the delve? Now, folks, so the way that Axbane's Deck of Many Dungeons is suggested to work is once you pull a card that would end the level, that you should put a king in place. But I really like the fact that there's a trap there. I like that. There's no monsters indicated, just a trap. But this has monsters. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... This pit actually has a bottom. A lot of the pits that you see in Axbane's Deck of Many Dungeons look bottomless. They fought several undead and so forth. So I'm going to switch out this card with the king. Ooh, that looks like an interesting final thing. All right, so if they end up going that direction, we will have to determine whether the spell cylinder and the spell focus are in this room or not. I'm going to roll dice and randomly determine, but not this room. Yeah, so it's always going to be in one of the quest goal rooms, which here we are. Or this could be more stairs down. So very interesting how this delve has made it out. So anyway, well, what do you think, Claudia? Let me go to both doors. So she goes to the door to the right and listens. There's no monster indicated on this, so there's going to be no monster in there. So she's going to listen and she doesn't hear anything. She goes here. Now, I'm going to have to see if this is the final room. And if it's the final room, I'm going to put some kind of guardian in there for sure. If it's not the final room, there'll be stairs leading down, and I'll roll to see if there's a monster, but I'll roll to see if there's a monster in there. Because I'd like to do that with the quest goals, because the quest goals never have indication of monsters, so I like to determine whether they are or not. That's how, kind of like a house rule for the Axbane's Deck of Many Dungeons. So, first of all, let's see if it's the last one. Now, the way I've been doing this is, we're up to adding +3. Yes, +3, right? Because I added none in first level. We're in the 4th level. Second level, I added 1. Third level, so second level, I added 1. Third level, I added 2. 4th level, I added 3. Yeah, so, I'm adding 4 to this. I guess that makes sense. I'm not good at math, folks. All right. Or keeping numbers in my head. Let me put it that way. All right, so I guess if it's a 2+, so only a 1 will indicate that this delve goes deeper. So this is the final room. And now I'm going to determine whether the spell focus and spell cylinder are together in the same place, which it looks very logical that they would be in the same place, one in one chest and then one in the other. And I'm going to say, since this looks like it's going to be the final room, that this wall is lined with bookshelves and there's spell books and scrolls all throughout. But there's also going to be a guardian. Now, I'm going to roll for the guardian, but I'm going to have to find out. I'm going to have to find a guardian. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to make the guard. Since they ran into the ensorcelled statues last episode, I'm going to say ensorcelled statues makes sense, giving Kezrazer the Crest and being a wizard, and the fact that they already had guardians like that. So yes, I think that's probably the best bet. Instead of something living, because of the nature of this, and the undead. I suppose it could be undead, because apparently Kezrazer the Crest was a necromancer. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll roll randomly for that. Okay, so let's do this. So we have determined that this is the last one. Now, let's see if the spell focus and the spell cylinder are together in one place. So I think it's highly likely, given the final map card, that one's in one chest and one's in the other. So I'm just going to say, if you roll a 1, they are not together. And I roll a 2. And I know I said I was going to use my dice tray, but that old habits die hard. So they are together. So I'm going to have one in one chest, one in the other. Cool. Now, the guardian. So since we had more undead than ensorcelled statues, I'm going to say that there's a better chance that they're ensorcelled statues than undead. So we're going to say only on a 1 or a 2 will it be undead. On a 3 through 6, it'll be ensorcelled statues. 3 through 6, so it's going to be ensorcelled statues. All right, I believe I have 3 ensorcelled statues miniatures, but I'm going to be proxying in a couple things. I'm not even sure I'll be able to find my 3rd one. I have them all in the same place, but you never know. So this is going to be a statue. This is going to be a statue. I'll have 1 per party member. Yeah, that's good. Okay. But Claudia is going to listen, and these creatures do not make any noise, so I hear nothing either way. Okay, well, it's time for Granny Shieldfoot's method of finding your way. I spin around, I spin around, I spin around. All right, so he's going to spin around. And then 1, 2, 3, if he stops his spinning here, they're going to go into the final room. 4, 5, 6, they're going to go into that room there. Here we go. Tell me when to stop. And so, 1, 2, 3, they're going into the final room. Okay. So let's get that room put together. Get our little battlefield set up here. Oops. All right. It's a decent sized room. Okay. Make it a little longer. I think that's pretty good. I got a little more space on the camera, so let's do another row here. All right, yeah, that's good. All right, and it is a double door leading in, so we get our double doors up. And there are pillars. Of course there's pillars. Axbane's Deck of Many Dungeons loves pillars. You know what? I love pillars too. They're really good for covering everything, and they make sense inside the delves. Oh, the door's down here. Cool. Alrighty. So these are the pillars. There's shelves lining the walls, filled with books and scrolls and other items. And then there's 2 treasure chests here against the wall. And a table. Used to have a table piece in here somewhere in my collection. I used it several times in videos. So I'm not going to take too much time to look for it, because it should be right here, but I don't see it. Of course I don't see it. So we're going to use something else to proxy in for the table. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much more time. All right, I thought one last gasp, maybe I'll find it in my other box of tiles. And I hate to kind of, I guess I'm building up the suspense, right, folks? Oh, I found, yeah, okay. I found a table, and we'll just assume there are chairs around it. It looks like a table that would be in a wizard's study. So there you go, folks. All right. So there's a table down this end. Shelves lining most of the walls. And the statues. 2 of them standing directly in front of the chests. 2 standing over here. So those are going to be ensorcelled statues. And I'm going to say the doors are locked. I'm not even going to roll. And I'm going to say it's a fairly complicated lock. And I'm going to roll to see if it is protected by magic, because that'll be a different kind of thing. So we're going to say, I'll say there's 50% chance it's covered with magic. So 1 to 3, it has magic. So that was a 4. I'm going to count it anyway. So no magic lock, but a other lock. Okay, good. All right, so let's see what happens. Let me see her. So she takes a look at it. And I'm going to say it's a pretty hefty lock. I'm going to say it takes 4. I'll say it's a DL5 since there's no keys. They didn't find any keys on their journey. So it's agility 3, +1 for proficiency, +2 for thievery. Her thievery skill that she has as part of her profession. This may take a while, men. So she starts picking with her thieves' tools. She needs 5 successes. Holy moly, 4 exploding dice and a success. So that's already 5. So man, I could roll the, oh, too bad that wasn't an attack. That would have been a great critical. So she works on it for about 10 minutes, clicks it open, and they open the doors to the room. This is where you all come in. So she backs up a bit. Theo's like, hey, let me see. This room is glorious. Yes. Nice. Grandon's like, the books. The books, indeed. Oh my goodness. I could bring this entire hall back to the Spell League. I will be hailed as a hero. Oh my goodness. I wonder if they're all spell books. I wonder, oh my goodness. All right. Well, I see 2 chests and I don't see any other stairs down. So this room looks pretty important to me. Yes, but we at least have 1 more room on this level to look into in case we don't find what we're looking for. And Theo's like, I don't know. I just feel like Retha's telling me that our luck has hit and that there probably our quarry, our goal, whatever you want to call it, are in those chests across the hall. I have no opinion. Well, okay. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go get them. Those statues look familiar to you too? Anybody? You 3? And Grandon's like, yes. I fear they may be
the ensorcelled statues we fought in the last hall.
Yeah, I say we be very careful. Claudia, I wonder if you could sneak over there and check out those chests without activating the statues.
I find that highly unlikely. I think, given prior experience, when you approached them, they activated, so I'd rather not.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, Kranos, it's us.
Grandon's like, hold on, let me take a look at one of these bookshelves.
All right, go ahead. We'll keep an eye on the statues. I have a feeling they're going to activate.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, all right. Well, most of them are basically history books. Looks like we got some alchemical books. Ooh. Well, it's on this rack. I wonder what's on... Oh, I really need to go look at those books. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, I'll stay here. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe Claudia could sneak around, and maybe it's a proximity thing. Maybe if you come really close to the creatures, that's when they activate. Maybe you can make it around to that chest. Maybe there's space. Fine. I will do my best.
So she's going to walk over here, and she's going to move over here. Now, that is within 15 feet. I think in my mind I have it within 10 feet they activate. So I'm going to see... if I roll a 1, it will activate them if she stays within 15 feet. Okay, it's going to activate them. These must be super special guardians. As soon as she gets there, it doesn't make noise. It just starts to... fellas, initiative. So far, only that... When that statue activates, though, they all activate. They're like, they have a hive mind. So they're all moving now. So we're going to roll initiative. Ooh, so Theo gets to reroll a failed die. So he's going to go before, because he's a harefoot. Ooh, Claudia, she's got an exploding die. Nope, Claudia's going after. Looks like Kranos is going before, and it looks like Grandon is going before. Okay, cool. So that is interesting. Okay, so Kranos is going to run to the defense of his colleague. So he's there, hopefully, to take the attack of the statue. He gets to move. He's just going to make a double move and get in front of it to guarantee that he is the one who's attacked by the statue. Grandon's going to take a little step here and fire off a magic bolt at that particular statue as it approaches Claudia to keep her safe. All right, so he gets 1 exploding die, 4 successes. Yep, so 4 successes. They have an agility resistance of 1, so that actually does 3 damage to the creature. Oh, open up my book to the ensorcelled statues. All right. Okay, so we've got writing down the stamina of the statues. Okay. All right, so that was that. So Kranos already moved, and so that leaves us with Theo. Theo's going to start working on this one here. He's not able to reach it, so he's going to make a double move to get in front of it and to be ready to attack it on his next turn. And so the statues, I have their movement at 30, so they move regularly. So 1 moves up on Grandon. Grandon previously cast a magic armor spell, so he's got 2 armor from combat. This one's going to attack Theo. This one's going to attack Kranos. This one's also going to attack Theo. So hopefully Theo can hold up to that. All right, here we go. So the red dice, they roll 6 dice with their stone fists. So the red one is going to be, I'll just roll 2 separate attacks on Theo first. All right. So these are on Theo. So Theo has a 3 armor. So the red dice failed to land a blow. However, the gray dice have 2 exploding dice, another exploding die,
So we're looking at 6 successes minus his 3 armor, so 3 damage to Theo. Ugh. All right, and then that was that, and then 1 attack on Kranos, who has an armor 4, and he's got an exploding die. So that is 5 successes with -4, 1 damage to Kranos. Grandon is attacked. Ooh, I guess they really don't like wizards. So right now he's got 6. This is gonna hurt. And holy moly, that is another exploding die. So right now you got 3, 6, 9, 10 successes with an exploding die. So 10 successes, armor 2, 8 damage. Oh my gosh, he really got thunked. He really got thunked. Ugh. So that may be a problem. All right, now Claudia gets to attack. So she, even against these creatures, she's able to use her opportunistic attack. She sneaks next to this and stabs in, or tries to take a chunk out of this stone skin of this ensorcelled statue. She rolls 5 dice normally. She gets to add 3 more for opportunistic attack. And it's not very effective, which you can imagine so. So she only gets 2 successes, which is not enough to penetrate the creature's armor value. So, initiative. Woo! Never said adventuring is going to be easy, folks. All right. Ugh, Theo. Nope, Theo's going after. That's not good for him. Grandon, however, is going before. So is Kranos, so that's good. Oh, Claudia gets an exploding die. Yes, so she's going to end up going before as well. So, very interesting initiative. All right, Kranos, we're just going to have Kranos full out attack. He gets 8 dice with his longsword. And he gets 4 successes and an exploding die. And so that's 5 successes, minus 1, he does -4, he does 1 damage to his opponent. All right. Grandon is in trouble. So Grandon is going to do... Grandon's going to cast Fly to get away from this statue. So Fly, I believe, is 3. Go to my handy-dandy spell book here. Fly has a power cost of 3 and a DL 3. So you guys spend 3 power points to cast the spell, and it's a DL 3. All right. So you got 6 dice casting roll. So he got 4 successes. Whew, so he's flying. And so, shoot, I used to have something that, okay. Oh, I don't have any of those with me. Okay. All right, so he is flying. I will put something there. I'll just put a little thing there to indicate that he's flying. Put a token next to him. I used to have like dice things. I don't have any at reach, and I'm not going to go get them. So he is actually flying right now. So that is his spell, and then he's going to fly. He's going to fly up to the ceiling in this area here, because he can fly up to 60 feet. Moves his way out of danger. All right, so that's him. Claudia is going to make another opportunistic attack. That's pretty good. All right. So good. So 3, 6, 8 minus 4 is 4 damage. She manages to hit a vulnerable spot on the statue and does 4 damage to it. And she's going to use a daring die to finish it off, and that works. So she cracks it. She hit a crack that Kranos created, and it crumbles to the ground. I'm going to switch this out with that miniature. Okay. All right. So now it's the statues. So, oh, and she's gonna move over to this chest and take a look at it. That was gonna be her move. These 2 statues are gonna attack Theo.
So the gray one does 1 damage to him. And the other one has an exploding die. Make sure. Yep, and explodes. So we're looking at, right now he has 5, 6, 7. Oof, -3 is 4 more damage from that attack. Ow, so that was a solid hit. Oof. So he is winded, if not wounded. All right, so that was those attacks. And then this one goes for a creature that he can actually attack. So he goes there, and he's going to make double move, but he cannot attack, and he is on Kranos. Then Theo gets to go. So Theo does not like his odds here, so he is going to take a fighting withdrawal, where he moves half his movement, which is, in his case, he's at 25 move. We're going to say that's we're going to make it 10 feet. So he is going to go 10 feet. Boy, he's going to go, I guess he'll go up to this table. That's not going to really save him, though, because those things will just chase him down. But if he wins initiative, he might be able to heal himself. So he's going to do it. Fighting withdrawal is his action. And then he is moving there. All right, so that brings us to initiative. So the initiative could be very important for our boy Theo Shieldfoot. So he gets a reroll failed die. So good. So he is going before the statues. She, however, Claudia, is going after. And Kranos before, so that's good. And also our boy. All right, so what we're going to do is, so strategically speaking here, I'll do Claudia kind of last. We'll let Kranos attack first here. He's going to attack the guy that's in front of him. Gets an exploding die. So he gets a total of 5 successes, which is 1 damage, chipping away, slowly chipping away. And so that was him. Theo is going to heal himself. He's going to use the last 2 charges of his healing stone to heal himself. And so that's 7 plus 2, 9 more. So he is back to full. But that is his action, and he is out of healing charges for now. And then we're going to do our boy Grandon. So he can move 60 feet. He's flying. So he moves, he kind of hovers to this area here, and he fires off a fire stream. Now, the fire stream is going to hit that chest. So we're going to see if there's any adverse effects depending on the power of the spell. He has 3 power points remaining. He's going to use all of them. So that is going to be, so the fire stream spell is, he rolls a number of dice equal to the power points that he spends plus his casting dice. So he's spending 3. It's 2 to power. He has to at least 2 to power the spell, which he does. So that's 3. So he is rolling 9 dice, and he's hitting both of them and also the chest because of the range of it. So yeah. So that's 3, 6, and then 3 more dice. A stream of fire just flies out of his finger right across that line right there. And he gets pretty decent. He gets 8 successes. And so it goes against their agility resistance, which is 1. So it's 7 damage to each of them. And he is going to add, he's going to roll a daring dice to add to that damage. So that's 9, and he's going to have to roll 1 more to finish them off. So he uses both daring dice, shatters them. They crumble they are just like melted slag. It's it was a very, very hot fire stream, I guess. Or it fries them, and I don't know. I'm going to say it kind of melts them enough that they can't move. Not enough to make them into like a slag candle. Now, it hits this thing. However, these are protected by magic. So, I'm going to say that it has like 20 hit points, and it has like a magic armor value of 4. So his 9 damage, or his, what did he do? I rolled a 3. So 12 damage, 8 damage. So it's at 12 hit points on the chest. So it doesn't completely break the chest. And it did, and yeah. So I think that's a fair assessment. Okay. Then this creature attacks Kranos. They are mindless, so they are going to continue to attack regardless of the battlefield situation. Oh, Kranos. Holy moly. So he's got 4 successes, and then that's 3 exploding dice. And that is... Ooh, Kranos is going to feel this one in the morning. All right, so it's 4, 8, -4, 4 damage to Kranos. Still up. Thank goodness for that armor and shield. And so he is going to... Claudia's like, So she's inspecting the chest. I'm going to see if she detects... For this round, she's going to detect. So she has a mind score of 2. She's detecting traps. 1 proficiency, 2 for thievery. And I'm going to say, since it's magical, she needs to find a DL 5. And she only gets 3, so she doesn't find... and I'm going to say there's a mechanical trap, too, and the mechanical trap was DL 4. I should have done that beforehand, so the 1 check for both. She does not find either trap, but she doesn't like that idea, so she's going to use a daring die, and that's not a success. So she doesn't find either traps. All right. So that was her action. And now we go to initiative. Oh, man, Theo, come on, buddy. No. Theo's going after the statue. Claudia is going before the statue. Don't have to roll the exploding die because she got her 2 successes. Oh, Grandon. Actually, Grandon's going after the creatures for the first time. And Kranos is going before. All right, so we're going to have Kranos attack right out of the gate here. And he gets an exploding die. Another exploding die. So that is 4, 7 successes, which translates to 3 damage on his opponent. And you know what? He's going to roll a daring die. No. Okay, so 4 damage on his... yeah, okay. Doesn't take it down. He's not spending another daring die on that. Who knows what's coming up. So, yeah. He attacked and that was it. Then Claudia is going to attempt... She sees there's a lock. I'm going to say it's a DL 5 lock. So that is an agility roll for me. 3, 1, 2. Okay, so she's going to try to do that. So she picks the lock. However, she activates 2 traps because she did not realize that they were there. So the first trap is going to be a... it's going to be like a magic bolt of force damage. And it's going to be, since Kranos was very powerful, I'm going to say it's like a 12 die magic bolt against her agility resistance. So the magic bolt flies straight out of the lock into her. See if she can dodge it. That's definitely going to hit her. It's definitely going to do some damage. So that is 4. That is 8 successes. And that is 4 exploding dice. So 4 more. So 12 successes total. She has an agility resistance. I think her agility resistance is pretty high. So I'm saying that's at 12, I said. Yeah, 12. And her agility resistance is 5. So that's 7 damage. Ugh. So she takes 7 damage. And then now she gets a DL4 agility resistance, we're going to say, to dodge the needle, poison needle that pops out of the lock. So she needs a 4 successes or higher, and she gets it. And even with an exploding die, she gets it. So she dodges the needle as it pops out, probably because she was blown back by the magic bolt hit. Oh. But she manages to unlock the lock, so that's going to be her action there, unlocking that lock. And now this thing attacks Kranos. And that is 2 successes with exploding dice, so 3 successes, and does not penetrate his armor and shield. So that's that. Theo. Claudia, are you okay? He walks up and takes a swat at the... he's going to She seems to be conscious, so he's going to attack this creature instead and take care of the threat. So 3 exploding dice, and he gets to reroll a failed die. All right, so 4 successes, 3 of them exploding dice. 2 more exploding dice. All right, so 2 more successes. That's 4, 8. 8 successes minus 4 is 4 damage, which I believe is not quite enough. So he's going to use a daring die to finish it off. And that is the end of that statue. Teamwork at its finest. Are you okay, Claudia? So he runs over there. Let me see. Remember, I'm out of charge on the healing stone. How many do you have left? 2, but stand back, Harefoot. No, let me open the chest. You've taken enough damage. Very well. Stand back. So he goes, he opens it up, and inside is the spell cylinder. Grandon, I think this is what you are looking for. Oh, wonderful. So he flies, and he's like, oh, he can't help but he has to go look at it. He flies over to it and takes a look. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm like a child in the candy shop. Oh, yes. Okay, don't touch it. I'll take care of it. Very well. What about the other? I bet the spell focus is in there if I were a betting man. All right, so Claudia, do your thing. Hold on, let me. So he casts Sense Magic, which is free, does not require a casting roll, as long as he's in possession of his spell focus, which is an amulet around his chest or around his neck. Yes, there is magic on this chest. It looks like a protection magic, which probably helped protect it from my fire stream spell. And also, yes, it looks like another one of the spells that you fell victim to. So I do not have any magic that would help take that out. So you'll have to be very, very careful. Or advise, well, I would say, let's see if he can, I'll not have him make a magic knowledge roll. He has a mind of 4, and I'll give him his proficiency bonus because he is a wizard. 3 successes. All right, that's enough to give him her some information. I think there should be some kind of sigil somewhere, maybe invisible. I think I see it with my eyes. So I will guide you. If you can scrape that sigil, you will be able to get it. Now, it appears as if this does not trigger unless you unlock the lock, yes? That seemed to be what happened, yes? Yes. All right, so I will guide your hand as you try to disarm the trap. All right, so she's going to try to get rid of the sigil first. They know it's there, so she's not going to make a detect roll trap. And so it's going to be an agility roll, plus her proficiency, plus 2 for thievery, because she's well-versed in doing things like that. And I'm going to give her an additional 3 dice for his guidance. And it was a DL5 last time. I'm going to say it's a DL5 to disarm it properly. And she gets, okay, so she gets 5 successes right there, plus 6 successes, plus 2 exploding dice if I needed to roll them, which I don't. So she scratches this symbol, and it appears as if, and he still has his sense magic spell active, and he's like, yes, that particular magic is now gone. So you're safe from the magic bolt. But I would be very careful about the mechanical. Yes, this is my wheelhouse. So 3, 2, 1. She rolls. She gets an exploding die. She needs a DL4. All right, she's got 1 daring dice left. Ugh. Well, I'm not sure, but I think I did it. I shall open it. I have gauntlets on my hands. If this the same kind of trap, this needle should not penetrate the armor of my gauntlets. Be my guest. And he flies up to the ceiling. She moves over there, and he opens it. The little thing pops out, hits his gauntlet as he opens it. Oh wait, she has to unlock it. She has to unlock it. Oh man. Okay, DL4. All right, here we go. All right, she's got 3 successes, but 2 of them are exploding dice. All right, so she does it. 5 successes. So she unlocks it. All right. But when she unlocks it, it goes off. So their plan's not going to work. So she has to dodge it. It's a DL3 to dodge it. And she has a agility resistance of 5. She needs 3 successes. She gets it. So she dodges it this time. I probably should have even given her an additional bonus die because she knew what the trap was going to be. So now she opens it. And inside is a horned, like almost like a crown. And he goes over his sense magic. He flies down, and his sense magic is still working. And he's like, yes, that's it. All right, I'm going to put both of these into my satchel. So he takes the spell focus out there, takes that out there. Also, let me look at these. All right, so he's looking at these books. I need to find as many spell books as I can. And he's flying up and down, looking. And then entering in, they hear some voices. And they say, if you don't mind, we shall take the spell cylinder and spell focus. What? Wait, who said that? Who said that? And that's where we're going to end. Who are the mysterious voices? And where did they come from? Find out in next week, next episode, it'll probably be this week, next episode of the Spell League story featuring Grandon Hendelstone and my game, Delves and Dangers. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Leaving it on a cliffhanger, so come back next episode. And until then, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.